everybody, and welcome to Storm Reads. And today I'm going to be doing my November TBR. I am calling this the Pile of Possibilities because I want to read so many books and there's not enough time to read them all. But I'm going to list a whole bunch of books that I would like to read, and then maybe I will get to some of them, and then some of them I may have to just transfer onto December's TBR. But I have got some review books that I'd like to get to. I have some library books on Overdrive that are going to be coming in soon, and I've been putting them back and putting them back and putting them back, and I really want to get to some of these. So, you know, it's just going to be kind of a mood thing, and whatever it is that I feel like is what I'm wanting to read, I'm going to read. But I also, I told myself I wasn't going to do any more readathons, but Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin is doing his final Believathon, and I love middle grade and I love the Believathon. He works so hard on it. Even if you don't want to do it, you should just go and check out his announcement because he works so hard putting that together. It is so cute. And so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and participate in that, but middle grade I've been in the mood to read anyway, so I don't feel like, it's going to be too troublesome to do that one. And there's 30 prompts, and you do not have to do all 30 prompts. He has cards that you can print off, but I'm not going to print them off. But basically, you were supposed to, like, shuffle the cards and then draw one out, and then you read that prompt for that prompt. And so what I've got is, I don't know if I can show you. Okay, but I've got all the prompts listed here. And there's 30, and so I'm going to do a number generator, and then whatever prompt I land on, then I'm going to find a book for that. I have only a couple of these do I actually have books like picked out for them. The other ones I'm going to have to pause, go find a book, and then come back because I have really no clue whatsoever what it is that I want to read for this. So we'll find out. So I got my number generator here on my Kindle. And so for the first prompt, because I'm going to do 4. And so we'll see what we got. Okay, so we got number 13. So let's see what number 13 is. Oh, so number 13 is to read an own voices book. So that's reading something with a different race or culture or whatever. And okay, so I think I've found a book, and it's a book I've been wanting to read. And so it's the Girl Who Stole an Elephant by Nazrana Farouk. I probably butchered that, sorry. But I believe it's an Own Voices novel. If it's not, please let me know. I'll find something else. But I was trying to find information, and I think it is. So I'm going to go with that one because it sounds really cool. It's about a girl and an elephant, and I don't really know a whole lot more about that. Something about stealing jewels or something. But it's a middle grade adventure, and I like those kind of things. And so it's been on my list of books to try to find. So got that one. Let's see what the next one's going to be. Okay, so the next one is number 2. Number 2 is to read a book with a map. So read a book with some sort of a map in it, and the beginning or starts with the map or in the middle of the map. And I do not know of any books that I write off the hand that has a map in it. So that wasn't quite as hard as I thought it was going to be. The second book I looked at had a map in it. I can't believe it. So I've got Foxcraft by Mbali Israelis. I have absolutely no idea how to say that. Sorry. And I believe it's the first book in the series, and it's called this one's called The Taken. It says, "I am fearless, I am friendless, I am Fox." So, but here we go. Shall show you the map. So it has a map. I'm so excited. It's a book that's actually on my shelves. I need to start reading the books. I've said this time and time again, off of my shelves. So I was really excited to find a book that I actually had. So, on to number 3. Okay, so the third one is number 6. And that is to read a book set in a faraway place. Okay, I have one for this. I'm going to read Zebbolt and the Ember Scroll by Abby Elphinstone. This is the 3rd book in the Unmapped Chronicles, and I have been wanting to read this one, and I forgot that I wanted to read it, and then whenever I was looking for some books for this, I ran across the 3rd one, and I was like, oh, I need to get to that. So, yeah, I don't know a lot about any of these books. You'll notice I'm not really mentioning a whole lot because there's a lot of books on my list. But it is a middle grade adventure fantasy, and I know that it's about, I think he's an orphan, and he finds some of the phoenix tears, and it drops him in, is it Crackledon, I think, is the place on the Unmapped Chronicle and everything. And so then adventure ensues there, and I can't wait to get to it. Each one of the books in the series, I think this is the last one too, it was a trilogy, is like a companion novel because it's in the Unmapped Chronicles, but it's actually different people in each one of them. So I'm excited to get to that one. Okay, so that was 3, right? Yep, so one more. Okay, here we go. 23. All right. Oh, hey, this is a good one, and it's kind of good for this time of the year. Read a book with winter vibes. So, could be set in winter or Christmas or something like that. Don't have any right off the bat, so I will be back and try to find something. So, that was a lot easier than I thought. There was a book that I was wanting to read, and I thought, oh, the cover looks really kind of wintry, and so I went to check, and it is set in winter. It's they're on the winter break, so there we go. And that's Dead Voices by Katherine Arden. It's the 2nd book in the Small Spaces series. I enjoyed Small Spaces, and so I wanted to get to the 2nd one because there's already a 3rd one out, so I'm behind. And this one is about Ollie and her friends, and in this one it says they're on a winter break skiing together with their parents, and then something happens. I don't know if they see a ghost or they're hearing ghost or something. It's called Dead Voices, so I'm going to expect them to hear something. But they're going to have to solve another mystery and everything, so it sounds like it'll be really good, and I can't wait to get to that one. So that's all 4 of the books that I'm going to read for the Believathon. I want to read more, but I do have a few middle grade on my list of books that I want to read anyway. So we'll just say these are the 4 for the prompt, and then I'm reading the other ones just because it's Believathon month anyway. Because I have from the 1st to the 30th of November to read these books. And so there we go. So let's get into the other books. I have a list. Okay, so besides the Believathon books that I want to read, there is like a whole load of books that I would like to get to. I do have some priorities, and that would be my buddy reads, and so I am buddy reading Heart-Shaped Box by Joe Hill with my friend Barb. This is going to be my first buddy read with Joe Hill, because I've not ever read him. I did actually start this at one point, and I don't know why I didn't continue with it. I do know it's kind of like a ghosty story or some sort. It's horror, and I'm curious about it, so we're going to give it a try. Then the next one is Temptation Ridge by Robin Carr. This is the 6th book in the Virgin River series. And, you know, let's face it, me and Barb, we need a little bit of fluff because we've had a really bad time with our buddy reads lately. And we need something fluffy. And we really enjoy this romance series, so we're just going to jump right into number 6 and give it a go. Then I'm going to be buddy reading Reliquary by Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child with a few people that I've I read The Relic with, and I have a Buddy Reads Discord, so I'm going to list it down below, and if anybody wants to buddy read any of these books or any of the other books that I'm going to mention, let me know, and then I'll know which ones to make a priority and stuff, because like I said, I have a pile of possibilities here, and if there is one that you're wanting to read, I will bump it up on my list. But this is the second book in the Pendergast series. We all liked The Relic, the first one, and so we're going to jump into the second one. Some of them, they might have already jumped into it already, but I just know I ain't going to have time to get it at the end of October, so I'm just going to have to put it in November. Then Killing Time with Cozies, their book group, they have a series read along that they're doing, and we are on number 4. And I haven't really cared much for this series, but I continue on. I did like number 3 a little bit better than number 2, because I DNF'd number 2, but I actually finished number 3, so that's a step up. So I'm going to go ahead and try number 4, and that's On the Lamb by Tina Cashin. And I'll post a picture here because I forgot to put it in my thing. Anyway, it's the number 4 in the Kebab Kitchen series, and I'm just not really a restaurant cozy person, I guess. I don't know, but I'm just not really liking it that well, but I'll give it a try. Then they have the 2 scavenger hunt prompts that we're doing and everything. We do this every month. They're drawing 2 scavenger hunt prompts. That way we can read our own book that we want to read, and then we get together on a live show and we talk about all the books that we're reading. Everybody kind of lets us know if they think it's worth reading or not. And so this one is going to be a book with an animal on the cover, or it could be in the book. And since I need to finish this series or catch up with it, I don't think it's finished, but I need to catch up with it. And this is the latest one that's out, so I'm going to read Lemon Drop Dead by Amanda Flowers. It is book number 6, I believe, in the Amish Candy Shop series, and it's got good old Jethro the pig on the cover. So there's my animal, and there's actually a horse in the background, I just now noticed. So there we go. Okay, and then the other pool that they had was a craft or hobby book, and I had a hard time with this one because I've kind of caught up on a few of my crafting ones that I was reading. I didn't really want to start another crafting one right now. I just wasn't in the mood for it, and I couldn't find a hobby one that I had going. And then I was looking back, and I had started this one a few years ago, and then I quit. And I think it's because they didn't have any more out on audiobook, because that's how I was doing it. But now they have like a whole bunch of them out on audiobook now, and I need to get back into it. So hopefully I'm going to enjoy this, because a lot of times whenever I enjoyed a cozy and then I didn't read it for a while, like I'm not in with the characters anymore and I've forgotten things. But we're going to give it a try. And so hopefully I will like this. And this is A Stitch in Crime by Betty Heckman, and this is number 4 in the Crochet Mystery Series. All I can remember is it's about a group that calls themselves the Tarzana Hookers, and that just makes me chuckle whenever I hear that, but I know it's because they're crocheters and crochet hook, but I don't know, it just gets my funny bone. Anyway, so we're gonna give this one a go and see how it goes. So then I would also like to catch up on a few review books that I have and everything, so I'm just going to mention a few and hopefully I will get to them. Okay, so I have Eddie Whatever by Lois Ruby, and this is a contemporary middle grade book. See, told you I had some other middle grade books to read. I was hoping I could get these in on the Believathon, but there we go. So my next one is Hop Till You Drop by J.M. Griffin, and this is a cozy mystery. It's number 3 in the Jules and Bun series, and it's the latest one that's out, so I read this one and I'll be caught up, and I'm trying really hard to catch up on my cozies, so hopefully that works. Then I have Mastermind by Andrew Main. This is the first book in a mystery thriller type series. When a Stranger Comes to Town, and this is by various authors. It is an anthology about Strangers, and it's a mystery anthology. And normally I don't like short stories, but I thought since it was a mystery one, I would give it a try. So we'll see. So the next one is The Witch Haven by Sasha Payton Smith. And I don't know anything except for this is a historical young adult fantasy. And I remember whenever I got it, I thought it sounded pretty cool. So hopefully I still am in the mood for it. I don't know. There's that one. Okay, and the next one is A Brush with Murder by Bailey Abbott. It's another cozy mystery series. It's the first in a series, and I believe it's a debut. And I will admit that it was the cover that got me with the cute little doggy. So adorable. And the next one is By the Light of the Fireflies by Jenny L. Walsh. And this is a historical middle grade. And I know it's set like in the Revolutionary War. And it's kind of about a female Paul Revere. And sounds really cool. And then I have Stowaway by James S. Murray and Darren Wearmouth. This is a horror set on the high seas there, in a yacht or something, or a cruise or something like that, and something nasty starts to happen. It sounds really cool. I've read another book by this author duo, and I thought it was okay. I think I gave it like 3 stars, so I was curious to try another one. So this next set of books are books that either I already have out from library on overdrive and I'm running out of time and I really need to try to get to them, or they are going to be coming out in November because I have pushed them back to November. And so these are just, like I said, there's possibilities of ones that I've pushed back and I really want to give them a try. So these books, unless I am buddy reading them with somebody, these are ones that if I'm not liking it, I'm just gonna, not read it. But I do want to give them a try. So, got The Gray Man by Mark Grenet or something like that. I know this is the first book in the Gray Man series, and it's kind of a mystery thriller series that's about an assassin, I believe. That's about all I know. Got Good Neighbors by Sarah Langan, and if I remember, I think Barb, my friend, told me I should read this because I think she read it. We have different opinions on thrillers, so I'm kind of curious if I will like it. But there's that one. We have Bruno, Chief of Police by Martin Walker. And this one I've been pushing back for a long time, and I just really want to try it to see if I'm going to like it. And this one is about, let's see if I can say it right, Benoit Corvage, I think is his name. And he, it's set in a French village, I think, and he's the chief of police, and they lovingly call him Bruno because they probably can't pronounce his name either. So there's that. The Family Plot by Megan Collins. And this one was on an anticipated reads video that I did earlier in the year, and so I really would like to give it a try to see if I will like it, and I believe it's a thriller. The next one is All Systems Red by Martha Wells, and I put this on here because the Bookish Bryants are doing a New Worlds November challenge, and it's all about reading short sci-fis, and I'm not really a huge sci-fi person, but I mean, I feel like since I vanquished Dune in like August, that I can do another sci-fi, and it's short, it's like a novella, so we'll give it a try. And I think it's about robot or something, like it's called Murderbot series, so that's all I know. Next one has been going around, I've seen it a lot lately, and so it's piqued my interest, and this is the Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, and it's the first in a series, I believe, but it's a mystery. That's about all I know, and I'm just kind of curious about it. Malamander by Thomas Taylor. This is the first in a series as well. Yes, I know, it's horrible. all these series that I want to start. But, you know, that's just me. It's a middle grade fantasy adventure of some sort, I believe. And I have seen this around for a while. I think there's like 3 out in the series now. And I finally found one on the library's overdrive. So I had to snatch it because I really, really want to read this one. Reprieve by James Han Matson. This is a horror book, and I'm a little leery about it because I have heard some things about it that maybe it's not going to be the kind of book I want to read. It's a certain like trope or something, but I'm going to give it a try and see if I like it or not. And, you know, if I don't like it, DNF it and move on to the next one. Empire of the Vampires by J. Kristoff. This cover is just so pretty, and I think that's probably why I want to read it. But I haven't really tried a lot of J. Kristoff, so I'm not sure. I know it's kind of like a horror fantasy type of book, and it's pretty thick, I think, too. So I may not get through the whole thing in November. This might be a carryover to December, if I like it. But I'm going to give it a try because vampires, and I've heard some really good things about it, but, you know, I don't know how well I'll do with his style of writing, so I'm just going to give it a try and see what happens. The Mary Shelley Cub by Goldie Moldovsky. I butchered another name. We know I'm horrible with names, but this one was on my anticipated list sometime during this year. And this about, it's a young adult horror, and it's about a club that are obsessed with horror, and they like prank each other, and then I think a prank goes wrong or something. But yeah. Fallen by Tj Newman. This one was also on anticipated list, and I've been wanting to get to it all year long, and I haven't done it, and I keep pushing it back. So here we go. It's another thriller about an airplane, and I think somebody is telling the pilot that if he doesn't do something, he's going to kill his family or something like that. So, sounds good. Thriller. So there you have it, my pile of possibilities. There is a lot here, and like I said, if anybody wants to like buddy read them, feel free to join my Buddy Reads Discord, and that's just a place where we discuss the books and everything about books. So go ahead and join that, and let me know what you think about these books, because I think there's like 30 books on this list. So, I mean, I'm not reading a book a day, so we know some of these are not getting read. But, you know, the possibility is there, right? So we'll just have to see how it goes. And like I said, you know, comment, let me know which ones you like, which ones you didn't like, which ones you think I will like. I'm sure some of you probably know my reading taste by now if you've watched enough of my videos, so you might, if you've read them, you might know which ones I might not like. I might put those down on the bottom and read the other ones. You know, just help me out. If there's one you think I really, really should read, you know, tell me about it, and I will make sure that it's at the top of the TBR. And so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.